ऋषभ कंटिन्यूज टू बी विद अस। ऋषभ, आतंक के मुद्दे पर अगर देखा जाए तो पहले भी पाकिस्तान को अल्टीमेटम अमेरिका दे चुका है, लेकिन वो भारत के लिहाज से नहीं था, वो आतंक के मुद्दे को लेकर था। अब 26/11 का खास तौर पर जिक्र हुआ है। ये कहना वेदांत पटेल का कि वी आर कमिटेड टू कन्फ्रंट टेररिज्म एंड दैट 26/11 परपेट्रेटर शुड बी बुक्ड।
Well, definitely. If you see, US has time and again warned Pakistan, but whether mere warnings will work to deter Pakistan from supporting that homegrown terrorism, the way they export the whole business of terrorism to world, that is still questionable. We haven't seen any कोई concrete ऐसा कदम दिखा नहीं है हमें पाकिस्तान का जिसमें हम ये कह सके कि हाँ, पाकिस्तान ने आतंकवाद के खिलाफ विश्व दबाव में या यूएन के दबाव में ऐसा कोई कदम लिया है। हाँ, पिछले कुछ सालों में कुछ लोगों के ऊपर कार्रवाई की गई है, लेकिन वो आतंकवाद जगत की वो छोटी मछलियां हैं। जो बड़ी मछलियां हैं वो तो इलेक्शन लड़ रहे हैं पाकिस्तान में। सो दिस इज वेरी वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. There is a global pressure on Pakistan to rein in the terror, but what Pakistan is doing is something that is baffling. And now, when we know that be it David Headley or be it Tahawwur Rana, who are in US custody, and Tahawwur Rana might be extradited to India very soon.
Right, Rishabh, stay on with us. We also have RSN Singh joining us in the broadcast. Now, earlier also we heard RSN Singh, America asking Pakistan, rather warning Pakistan to put an end, to do more to stop terrorism. But this time around, 26/11 has been mentioned specifically. How significant is that? On ground, is it going to change anything? Will it have any sort of impact?
My understanding is that because of the changed or altered geopolitical circumstances in favor of India due to Indo-Pacific strategy that both countries share, the Americans are a little more, active against war against terrorism than what we saw in the past. And that explains their, altered attitude. But I would say that, I have been for the policy that, there is no country, as much buffeted by, jihadi terrorism as India, historically and even now. And most of these, pan subcontinent or global jihadi organizations are functioning from this subcontinent. And so therefore, whether it is, I've been always of the opinion that we have to tackle it ourselves. And if somebody comes to our, to our support, well and good. But otherwise our policy, because it's a war, it's a proxy war going on, and we have to find an answer to this proxy war. If the Americans support us or any other country in the world, decides to support us, well and good. But otherwise, we have to protect ourselves as a nation. So when it comes to protecting our nation, no cost is costly enough. Whether it is in the diplomatic arena or whether it has economic consequences, I don't know, because it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the nation state has to be secured. Otherwise, it cannot thrive economically, socially, and politically. Now, for example, that because you are vulnerable to terrorism, see how the Chinese are using this opening in your politics.
Right.
In your society, in your even in the media.
Right. Absolutely. So RSN Singh, thank you very much for joining us in the broadcast with your perspective. Thank you for talking to us about this issue. It remains to be seen whether or not this will have any impact on ground. Of course, several warnings already have been issued to Pakistan. This time around, America talks about perpetrators of 26/11 to be booked. We're moving on now and shifting our focus